Hi, my name is Bailey Salvador, and I'm here to talk about the employee turnover case study. High turnover rates should be concerning, and high turnover rates are very concerning. They mean that something is going extremely wrong at the company. In this situation, it looks like some data collected is showing that the nurses are not being treated fairly and that none of the employees have been getting any types of bonuses or raises. Besides the employees being paid, it looks like we do not offer any tangible incentives or profit sharing at all. Employees are leaving because they are feeling mistreated and undervalued. My ideas to gather employee satisfaction data would be to interview about 10 random employees from each department. Obviously, with the nurses, that 122 employees, I would probably throw 50, or in that case, I would send out a survey. Same with a smaller team like the executive management team. Then, depending on those results from those interviews and surveys, I would, decide where human resources could best allocate the extra money or resources or whatever it is we could do to fix the issues and the problems. I believe gaining an extra $120,000 will help, but in my opinion, it's definitely not enough money. I think we should spend money on bonuses and developing great benefits and incentive plans of how the employees can work hard for increases each year or every other year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is the mark that we should set, but we need to have a motive for them to stay there. After gathering all the data, I would sit down and see how we could keep the current employees we have with offering better incentives. We would not want to lay people off and start spending money on recruiting in this situation if our biggest concern is retention. So, for this small private health clinic in Chicago, the organization's turnover has exceeded the industry by 10% for 2 years in all areas. So that means if there's around 250 employees, 25 employees leave every year unhappy. That's not good. That's very high. So our biggest department is the unhappiest one. The nurses, they have 122 nurses, each getting paid about $67,000. And then second, our nurses' assistants, 53 of them, each getting paid about $39,000. Those two departments are our most unhappiest and the two departments who are basically causing our turnover rate. So we need to focus on them. And with a budget or an annual budget that we pay in salaries of $17 million, there's no way that $120,000 is going to help us with everybody here. If we gave everyone, all departments, an equal bonus, we could give everyone about $495. We could call it a Christmas bonus or an end of year bonus, but you and I both know that that would just cause even more problems. That would cause the higher earners to the lower earners to get upset with each other and a lot of drama. The best case in this scenario would be to give everyone a bonus, but how much and how much could we afford to give, especially to the doctors who make $173 a year? Then reevaluate the way the nurses are being treated by the management team. Yeah, okay, so could we lay off a few people to create a positive environment if some of the management is being horrible to our nurses? Certainly, but that's going to contribute to our turnover rate for the following year. So, yeah, that'd be better, and we could definitely use their salaries to give out bonuses and maybe to create an incentive plan, but if our main problem is retention, we cannot do that right now. So again, $120,000 isn't enough in my opinion to make everybody happy. I would love to create a solid bonus and merit structure here like I have said, but on $17 million in salaries, we would need at least an extra million to make that happen. The best plan of action, I think, is that we just give raises to the nurses and the nursing assistants. They each could earn about a 2.5 or a 1 to 2.5 raise, and then that could decrease our 10% rate of turnover to hopefully 7.5%. Then I would stay very focused on trying to create that bonus and merit structure for the whole company. And I would love to try to gain some benefits and incentives for our employees to want to stay there and work there, like a flexible work schedule and an extra 20 hours of PTO. And then in the long run, I'd love to add tuition reimbursement and, 3-week vacations and possibly bringing, say, a group of the nurses who have been there for 5 years on a vacation to the Caribbean or things like that. Things that are essential for companies in this day and age to, keep their employees around. So tuition reimbursement, student loan repayments, anything that would be something that makes the employee want to stay there. That would be my best plan of action. Thank you.